Hey guys, Bman here. Welcome to today's video. Today, we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we have today is the Warzone Season 4 Reloaded Solo, free-to-play solo camo swap glitch. Yes, guys, it's back, and, well, it's a bit different now, but, so there is some changes, and you'll need to pay attention to this one, because there is some negatives to this now, but with that said, guys, it's back. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already. Leave me that awesome comment. We'll have a quick word about today's sponsor, and then we'll just get straight into this, guys. If you want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out MitchCactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you with weekly events and rare bundle codes for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Browse their 1,500 verified Trustpilot reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers. They're the go for all your things Call of Duty. Use code BMAN for 5% off, and thanks MitchCactus for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now they have made changes since the Season 4 Reloaded update. If you've done any of the previous camo swap methods, it now permanently breaks your account. So instead of being able to undo and save guns the way we used to be able to do it, you will no longer be able to do that anymore. And no matter what you do from this point on, your account stays permanently broken, which is kind of a really negative effect if you do not prepare for that before you break your account. So if you're someone that just breaks your account not knowing like that, like a lot of people would have done come Season 3 Reloaded update, and before this video come out telling them about this, well, they might have gone and broken their account, and now they'll have their account broken, and they won't be able to do much with it because they won't have much stuff to be able to delete, to be able to save things. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to go along and be able to save things and everything, which means you have to prepare before you break your account and make your account in a certain way so that it's able to use being broken better. What that means is before you break your account, what I recommend you do is go along to a weapon that you'll never touch and go and create up to build cap of the blueprints of that. So like you see here, I have over 100 of the Sigma, so that whenever I want to save something that's camo swap to, I can simply, sorry, my controller keeps disconnecting, I can simply go to this gun and I can delete it to be able to make room for my other guns. Once you activate the broken account glitch, you will no longer be able to create more builds. Every build you create removes the last one. So to be able to get around all of that, you can already have all your builds created, and then whenever you want to be able to save a gun, you can come and delete one of these, and then you can save a gun. We'll get to that when we get to that, but before you break your account, go along and just create a whole heap of these. So just come along and say duplicate on one gun until you've got like 400 and you're at build cap. Once you're close to build cap, just delete like 5 of them, so you're 5 off the build cap, and then you've got heaps of these to be able to come along and delete whenever you want to save a gun that you've camo swapped to. So now that you understand all of that stuff and you understand what you need to do before you do this, let's go along and show you how to break the account. Now, depending on your level, whether you have the requirements unlocked, you can do this also. You can break your account in private match. It does not matter what mode you're in to do this. So if you are a low level and you don't have all the wildcards and things unlocked, come over into private match and do this into private match. You first need to set up a gun with more than 5 attachments. So go along, create an XM4 and just add more than 5 attachments so that it requires the gunfighter wildcard to be equipped on it. Equipped gunfighter wildcard. Now that it's got over 5 attachments, it requires the gunfighter wildcard to be equipped, right? So now we've got that. Now we need to create one more XM4, just like that, the base one, and then we need to go along and duplicate it 2 times. We duplicate it once, then we duplicate the duplicate, so that we've got a duplicate of a duplicate. Then we equipped that gun there. Now, at this point, we need to go along and get rid of Gunfighter, so put in Overkill Wildcard. Then, we need to come across, we need to equip this gun here, and as you'll see, it gets that undo option, and then when we say undo, it re-equips the old duplicate we had in there. So what we need to do is we need to go along, we need to equip this Gunfighter gun, then we need to come back in, we need to delete this duplicate that we have already equipped before we say undo. and then it will re-equip this gun that's been deleted. After that, we need to delete this duplicate so that both duplicates are deleted. Then we need to back out to our class and add an optic onto this gun here that's been put in here. And at that point, our account will be permanently broken. Only do this if you want a permanently broken account, okay guys? If you don't want it to be permanently broken, don't do this. Now, what we're about to do is this. So we equip this, we come back in, you don't have to be fast, we come down, we delete the dupe, then we say undo. Then we delete the other dupe. Now we come out of here, we come into this gun here, and we just add an optic on it, and now this account is permanently broken. It's just that simple to break an account. Now, when I go across to any gun, say it be this gun here with dark matter, I say duplicate, and now I'm going to say create new. It will create one duplicate, so there's the duplicate there that it created. It will not create any more. If we say duplicate again, it will no longer create any more. Our account is broken. We can go to any weapon of our choice now, and look at how this UI swaps through. Then we can say create new. It will come with the camo off the gun that we said duplicate. But the new way this works is that one there that's created actually deletes the last one we made, right? So, sorry, this UI, look at this. I can't even go to SMG. It keeps bouncing past it. The stupid developers, man. They can't make a game that works anymore. Now, we come back to here, and that DM at the bottom got deleted. Now, if we're to go along and, silly UI, and create new on our AK, we come to here, we get it with the camo, right? But when we create that, it deletes the last one of the XM4. This is the change to all of this too, guys. Now, this is why you need to have a whole heap of something that you can delete. So now, to be able to make it so I keep this, when I create the next one, what I need to do is I need to go to one of those weapons that I said to make sure you create lots of. We delete one of those. Then we go back to our AK that we've just created, and we say duplicate. Now we have a duplicate of that, and this one will remain. When we create the next gun here, it's going to remove one of those AKs, but we still have the other one. And this is how you will go along and keep saving. So now we've got this one here camo swapped, but we've also got this here. So now to save that one, all we need to do is go down. Actually, guys, we just found a brand new locked weapon moving glitch. This just put the aims into here, which it shouldn't have, because we didn't equip it there. That's interesting. Maybe we did. I might have tripped out. I'm tired. It's in the morning. But if we didn't, then it might be a new glitch. I will be investigating that next week. So, now we come along. We want to save a gun. We just delete a Sigma or one of your gun, whatever you've got saved. Then we come along and we can just say a duplicate on this. We create a duplicate of it. The original one that we're using is going to get replaced. So now we come across to here, and now we've just saved a blueprint of that with the camo on it. We've just saved this with the camo on it, and now we're onto this gun. Now, at any point, we can just simply go across and grab another camo. So we could go along and grab Nebula. I just go up to it and say duplicate, right? Now, the last weapon you said create new on, a last placeholder weapon you were holding, is always going to get removed. So that one did, right? But these other ones remain. And if I want this to remain with Nebula, we'll say create new. Then we will go to those guns that we have stored. The launcher, we will delete one. Then we will go back to this and we will say duplicate. And then we got this, right? Now, when we go to the next thing and we say create new, we now have this saved with the camo. It's simple as, easy as. You can still just go through and do all of that, guys. And if you don't want to have any troubles when you're in game and things with things wiping, remember that your placeholder gun, that your thing right now, our weapon, we're going to constantly create things with dark matter. or a mastery camo. If it's camo you don't own, you might have trouble with your weapons wiping when you're saying create new on them. What you do to get rid of it actually pulling the camo is you just go up to any base weapon you've got. So say a base XM4 that I've got here, and I'll just say duplicate to that. Now, when I go back to this, I say create new. It no longer has all that camo stuff on it, right? Now, if I want to go and grab another camo, I just simply go to another weapon that's got a camo. I say duplicate, and now I'm pulling the camos again. And it's just that simple, guys. You can just go through like that and just do that over until your whole class has got, until you've got 400 and so. It all depends on how many builds you have to delete to be able to save things before you activate your broken account now, guys. So with that said, you can now get in and you can use all of those. Obviously, the wiping and stuff like that, if you go and watch my other video titled with a main of my channel with the big across the top of the thumbnail, do not miss this video. It's this thumbnail here. You'll be able to go and see how to go along and actually have all of your permanent camos working perfectly in these other slots down here. It's going to work for you solo in all modes and everything, guys. It's awesome. And again, go and watch that other video so you guys can go and see how to create all the other classes so you're able to just run all your camos you don't own and everything without having any troubles of them wiping or anything. So with that said, guys, you guys keep being awesome. Smash that like button on your way out for me. And of course, have an awesome day. Thank you guys for watching my videos. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bman.